Hi, this is Joanna Stern of Laptop Magazine, and today we're looking at a new netbook. It's the HP Mini 1000. This is a new netbook from HP. HP joined the netbook game about a year ago, or last spring, with the HP Mini Note 2133. And this 2133 notebook will still exist, but HP's brought out this new, more consumer-friendly and fancy notebook. This is the 1000, and let's just kind of go through the design first. We really like the design. It's a really compact netbook, and it's a 10-inch screen netbook. So what you really find here is that you've got a chassis that's meant for an 8.9-inch system, but what they were able to do is cram in that 10-inch screen, which we will get to in a few minutes. But let's talk about first the outside builds. Definitely like this nice, smooth, glossy lid from HP. It has their imprint finish. It's got a swirl print on it, which HP has also, obviously incorporated this type of finish into their Pavilion line. So they're extending it now to the HP Mini 1000. And let's just talk a little bit about the system ports. Because of its size, HP had to forego a few different ports here. So what you have is one USB port here. This is a expansion cord, which you can also get an adapter for a VGA out. Though we would have liked to see a VGA out on the system. You've got a combo mic and headphone jack, which is different than the two that we usually see. So that's also to kind of forgo space. Hidden under this little thing here, if I can get it out, is the Ethernet cord, but it's kind of a bit to get to. You've got the Ethernet cord buried in there. Let's turn the system around. You've got another one USB here, and then the 4-in-1, or I think a 3-in-1 card reader here. So what obviously they sacrificed here was the VGA out as well as another USB. So there's two USBs, not really a deal breaker in our opinion. Time to go back to the feel and the design of this. This is a really sturdy system, and it's also quite small. And what we found is that it's really not, doesn't give it justice to compare this 10-inch system to other 10-inch systems. It's really best compared to 8.9-inch systems, like this Dell. This is the Dell Mini 9. So you can see it's a little bit longer. The HP is a little bit longer than the Dell. But what you'll find is they're definitely as thin. And this is actually a bit thinner. So definitely in terms of size and weight, these two are very, very comparable. More comparable than, let's say, the HP and the Samsung NC10. The Samsung NC10 is a bit bigger, as you can see, both in length and width, and definitely in weight. So definitely the most compact 10-inch netbook we've seen to date. Now we're going to give a little bit of a look underneath the hood, which is where we think HP really shines out the competition. First of all, this is a glossy screen. We can get to the glossy 10-inch screen later, but like the glossy look to it, that's different than what we've seen on typical matte netbooks. What we have here is a 92% keyboard, a very nice keyboard. We were really big fans of the keyboard on the Mini Note. It really crams not only a nice feel of the keys, but also just a nice spacing of the keys, as well as the correct positioning. What you have here is the Enter key and the Shift key below it, which is really important to us, rather than pushing that Shift key over and accommodating more space below. So we do think it's kind of a tie right now in terms of the best netbook keyboard between the Samsung and the HP. I personally like the feel of the HP better than the Samsung, but what you really get here are nice solid keyboards on both of these systems that will allow you to type for quite a bit of time without mistyping. So definitely right here we think we've got two great netbook keyboards, and HP definitely succeeded in cramming that into this small chassis, which is really important. As for the touchpad, you've got the similar vertical touchpad buttons, which we've seen now on a few netbooks, including the Acer Aspire 1. Also not a deal breaker for us. You kind of get used to using two, or you get used to double tapping on the pad, which is pretty, not all that bothersome if you also plug in a external mouse. So we're going to take a look now at the features of the system and performance. What you get inside is a 1.6 gigahertz Intel Atom processor, which is typical of what we've seen of netbooks at this point, both 10-inch and 8.9-inch. But this is a change for HP. In the past, they've used the VIA CM7 processor. But we definitely like the addition here of the Atom processor. There's also 1 gigabyte of RAM on this system, an 80 gigabyte hard drive. That brings the total spec of this system to $399, which is very affordable for that kind of specs that you get inside. So we're definitely also seeing a very nice performance in terms of web browsing and multitasking. Just to show you here, nice performance of the streaming video.
Was a man, bright, shiny shoes.
Nice when you get it to full screen. Works real well. So nice look at that there too. Also, web pages are loading quickly, and it's just really easy to have multiple tabs open with the nice size screen. So just to also show some multitasking, we've got Skype running here in the background, and before we did a video call while also surfing the web, and also while typing up a review here in the Microsoft Works processor. And just to show you sort of the load time of a larger PDF document, not that large, but very quick kind of load times, which we've seen typically in the past from netbooks running the Intel Atom processor. So we're definitely very content with that. Specs-wise, we're happy with everything, except for we wish the hard drive was available at a larger size. This is an 80 gigabyte hard drive. Definitely spacious, but on the other hand, it only is 4,200 RPMs, while many of the other netbooks we've seen come with 5,400 RPMs, and it'll just move at a faster spec. So overall, really impressed with the performance of the Mini Note here. It's got only a 3-cell battery, which is kind of hard for us at this point to not look at the other netbooks on the market, like the Samsung NC10, which has a 6-cell battery, which provides at least triple the runtime of the HP. So really a solid contender here from HP. Again, this is the first look at the HP Mini 1000. This is Joanna Stern from Laptop Magazine.